in the relationship with Ferguson by taking him. But like again, it's just like there's nothing he could have done about that besides be a worse employee. You know. So that's why I was like, I felt like he was in the bag because they kept saying your resume is perfect for this job. Like this is what we're looking for. It just yeah. Right. It's not about the job. It was about Denver. But like you can't say that in an interview.
Back to throw. It's Sanders. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
That's nice.
They would support you.
It's a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the
wishy-washy
react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Gonna run it. It's Hayden. Still on his feet at the 45.
You could use her as a
Green ahead. He's at the 20. Just keeps moving. Touchdown, Colorado. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
You ever need to list me as a referee? I'll pretend to be someone if you want me to.
Opportunity in the second level of the defense, and then at that point it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he tacks on the extra point. All time.
That's funny.
I love it. We just went to dinner. Huh?
We went to Din Din.
Yeah, we went to dinner with the fam for Savannah's birthday. And then afterwards, we went over to Mary's, my little favorite hookah spot, and yeah, she got the polar bear bubble blower for the
tree.
For the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree, I guess she wanted it. Yeah. Cammy had to find it on Amazon, and it was like from 1995.
Yeah, you're right. They had the
I don't know.
defense on their heels.
I don't know.
Not sure.
No idea.
Or I mean, eBay.
You're excited about it, for sure.
Were they able to make this? They got to stop the bleeding right now.
That one wasn't there.
And they make the tackle,
Yeah. Cammy just gave her the polar bear, and then I gave her. We did the Firstology on Saturday, which is like my favorite event of the year. But Savannah hijacked it and invited 20 of her friends, which ended up being great and it was fun.
Get this guy lathered up and get him into a ring.
It's like at the museum, like 50 local breweries set up tents inside the museum and do
awesome.
exhibits, and you just like walk around and get samples from the breweries and then look at the museum.
If you're an offense, you gotta get that ground game
Oh,
going,
the
so you
fuck
can
are they
have some
doing?
balance, and then you give it to your quarterback Palmer and let him make some plays down the field.
It's like it's this big event thing, and so that was really fun. And I gave her that night. I got her like it's a you know the book Little Women. It's like a locket, but it's a Little Women book. That like is the locket.
They're really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control.
It always is.
Getting a hit on the quarterback and affecting the throw.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down.
You crushed us all.
Whoa, you got me the Family Man shirts, right? Yeah.
T-shirts.
I wear those things all the fucking time.
Yeah, those were
my favorite shirts.
An iconic gift for the fan.
Pick up a first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
Oh, play the T-shirt KO.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Hit the afterburners, kid.
Aww.
Touchdown, Virginia. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Check in
It's
with
good.
Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update. Michigan is currently ahead in this one in a jam-packed big house, but it's been close so far. They're up by 7 over Oregon. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day.
That's really sweet, though, yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. Don't downplay it. That's awesome.
Colorado has the ball back in the
Like, those little shared experiences are so special.
Off play action on first down. Getting some heat. And he is snowed under. Sack.
Ooh.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback.
It is hard to find people that will FaceTime
away
chat with you
when
for
the
just,
play
like,
is over.
no reason. You know, you and Emma are the only people that I
Puts a lot
face.
of air under it down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh,
that is true. Yeah.
True, you can't FaceTime androids.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage. I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing
That's
that
hard.
initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him once.
It's a fake. He wants to throw. Unloads it downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake
Oh.
plays all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed
Well, and
it
it's
perfectly.
in Florida, right?
Right
So it's
time,
like pretty,
and got a
it's like
shot
3
beyond
hours.
the snap it into the up back, completing the pass.
And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion.
Aw.
They'll leave it with it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right, that's your job. Be stout
Do you-
up front,
no, does-
stuff in the run.
no,
play,
do you have
make
any
them get
siblings?
more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the RPO, complete.
And that's not awful. I have a brother, and he lives 45 minutes from here. And I only see him for House of the Dragon. And he did come to Versology, which was cute. Yeah, I was glad he came. I feel like he always feels
He hung out with
really-
Sawyer and us too.
Yeah, he always
That's fun.
feels really like, comfortable around Sawyer and
Two-minute
Savannah and
mark, and
Zach.
they
So
have a
it
Yeah.
was,
chance to
it was
at least cut into this
But-
lead before the break.
like they hung out like to watch House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones. Yeah, he lives with my parents. But, so I get really excited when he goes out. But he has joined an astronomy club in Sugar Land that like eats once a week, and he has like his like I asked him if he wanted to do something on like a Wednesday night, and he was like, "Oh, I'm busy with my astronomy group. We're going to White Oak." I was like, "Oh my god, you're hanging out with people. That's why you can't see me. That's amazing." Yeah, which like has not happened since forever. Like that's never happened. I've always been able to be like, "Hey, can you watch the dogs? Can you do this?" And that was the first time. And he was like, "Oh no, I'm busy." Like, oh my god, let's go, bro.
And the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying these football games. You trailed a little bit in the first
Whoa,
half,
man.
stayed calm.
Whoa.
This
Oh,
passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
And we're all
He said it's a bunch of like older dudes. I'm just hoping that like one of them has like a niece, you know, or a nephew, anyone for him to get to
You'll
know.
bring it out. It's Harrison.
32.
The kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
And he's way cuter than he sounds. I don't know. I feel like Hannah, I was talking to her and she was like, I assumed that he was like a 300-pound dude, just by the way you described him as like being a hermit, playing video games all the time, like he's not really having any like desire to have friends. And then she was like, and then I saw him at the wedding, and I was like, oh my god, he's actually really cute. He could totally, like, you know, he could be in a relationship, he just won't put in the effort, and
Let's
I
be
mean, yeah,
aggressive.
relationship, whether it's a friendship or a girlfriendship,
In some way,
like
shape,
he could do it. He just
This is an offense
he won't
that
push
really
me.
sees their identity as being able to.
But I think if he lived in Denver, I think he could find a girl that likes hiking and astronomy and anime.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive
Is
pressure
what?
there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. After the misfire now on
Yeah,
second
it's just
down.
like so far, like the people we talked to about it, they're like, if y'all move,
He's looking to
like
throw.
I could move. I'm like,
Loads to the wide out.
yeah, I pulled, and then Callie put Ian and Hannah. Like Ian and Hannah moved up there, and then all took his friends.
Yeah, they all moved.
And I'm like, you know what? I think if Tucker and I got there, I think we could get all the prices there. And I think we could get my brother there. And if that's the case, then my parents are going to
They're
be jealous.
trying to get to him. Escapes the pressure to his right. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I just want help with
Well,
babies.
Tinder Hatch with his defense getting that incompletion.
I want free babysitters, that's
Often
what
for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week.
But
He's doing it again
I
in
don't
this
know. I
game.
feel so like Emma doing it out there without any help.
See if they can
Like never. I mean, they just like don't get it. Like I don't know the last time we were in college let's go like, on a date or like do something alone because they don't have any. They've got one like couple that's close friends, but they also have small kids. And it's hard to be like, we watch both of my
This
small
offense
kids,
is like running a perfection
you
drill.
know, in addition to your small
Fires
kids.
deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it,
Well,
and
there
he
you go.
dropped
That
it.
works out
Would
well.
have been a
You guys got
touchdown.
big teams.
Instead, it's second down.
Oh, I bet the QB is because he did an awesome job. He
And our small kids will love
He's got
hanging
the
out with
matchup
fun.
he wants on the outside. He's got an open receiver. Throws it to him. Great ball. Right through his hands.
No,
Missed
wow.
opportunity.
It's like
for a big
Cassie or Savannah or Sawyer.
The Cavaliers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown.
Little nubbin.
Lining up to tack one
It's
more
a
onto
little
that.
nubbin. Well, hey, I've got a nubbin
And
up
with the
over
extra
there.
point, the
Yeah,
score
should be
is now
nubbin.
21-14.
Are you nubbin?
3 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, you know how to, yeah.
From inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground.
What?
At the 20.
Oh my gosh. Like, she has the tail and like a wait, show it again.
Actual fucking his tail right there. That's hilarious.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
He's doing better now, though.
Turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Sanders. Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
Oh,
Not sure exactly what
It was
went
a hand
haywire
move.
there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing
yeah.
and jam wide receivers.
I have been very blessed with, like, Ollie and Daphne have been very
Pretty healthy.
healthy here. But we also, like, don't do much in
3rd and
here.
long, and he'll try to throw.
I should probably take Daphne out more, but she's
Wide
actually,
open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cavaliers will boot it away to start the second half.
Huh? I'm playing that college football game right now. To knock Ian off of his chariots.
this college
We're
football
chilling.
game is gonna be. Well, okay, it would be the death of me if I didn't just.
Yeah, you were locked in your
didn't
book.
just dive into Throne of Glass, but I have Throne of Glass now, so
That's some good.
yeah. Yeah, and I loved Avatar. I read the whole series, which like I wouldn't consider myself someone who reads. But like I stayed up till 7 a.m. one night just
churning
just
through it.
like literally like reading the second book of Avatar, the one where you find out that like Reese's roommate and the whole like all the nonsense. I've gotten all my friends to start it. Everybody's reading it now. That I know for the most part. It's what?
Let's see what call they have on
Yeah.
third and long.
All of a sudden, everybody like dove into the series. That I mean, maybe they were before, but like from what I understand, as soon as I started reading it, so did the rest of the world.
Looking to pass. It's Sanders. Quickly to the tight end. Excellent
Okay,
job.
yeah, so yeah, the world is just picking up. Did you read through last two?
Picking up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this.
So far, I feel like I could learn more. I just read the first. I just finished the second Throne of Glass. I don't even know what it's called. It's Crown of Midnight, I guess. I'm reading it on my Kindle, so I don't know like the book names as much.
Quick strike
And
complete.
then I am now like 50% of the way through Assassin's Creed.
And hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
And there's a couple parts to the lateral, right? It's
Yeah.
the guys pitching
Yeah,
it.
so I read the first two, and then Sawyer said I should read the prequels. And then I'll get to read, where I just got to in the book was Selena. We just was discovered that she's Faye and that she's going to win them.
Virginia has it back to Cavalier.
I'm in like a great part, and then I had to go back in time to where there's no magic, which was upsetting.
Passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like
Yeah, I'm reading these like short stories, which are fine.
pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
That's fair. I definitely will be rereading. I've never really like cared so much to read. But like I'm a big rewatcher, obviously. Like I'm rewatching Grey's Anatomy right now for like the fourth time. And I've seen all the Game of Thrones House of Dragon episodes more than I can say. So I think I'm gonna really like rereading all of this eventually. But I'm trying to take my time. I know I'm never gonna get to read it
trying
first.
all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, going to the air.
The first book took me so long. Like I wasn't like I just like wasn't interested to pick it up. Whereas Akatar, I couldn't put it.
Obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Yeah, so these guys are just gonna be left here. She's going to win, but I never was really I didn't really care for Cal or Dorian.
Down to the
At any point, I was never rooting for her and Cal. And so I'm kind of I'm excited to see who she's gonna meet. But it's wild that now that she's going off, it's gonna be a whole new set of all new characters.
And he runs it in for the score.
Is it Cal? And what did I say? Cal?
This defense is going to have to do
Oh, no.
a better job being physical.
I think
That's 2 rushing
Sawyer calls
touchdowns
him
they've
Cal.
now allowed.
But when I
They've
read it,
got to be
I
better
read it
close
as
to the line of
Cal.
scrimmage.
Ciao.
Ciao.
What they hope is automatic. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third.
Did you ever watch
Quick
The
update,
Witcher?
Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in
Okay,
this
but you
fun
know,
college
okay,
football
the
game
young
today.
girl,
South
Fury,
Carolina
or
is
Cirilla,
down right now,
that's what I'm
and you simply
picturing.
can't
I
do
have
without
to
a
picture
comeback.
actors the whole time I'm
Jadeveon
reading.
Clowney had a
So I
hand
can
in getting this
picture
kid
it,
to
and I
Columbia.
picture
So if he
her,
thinks the magic is
the
there,
Princess Cirilla
I
as
disagree.
and that has helped me a
You're
lot.
throwing
Otherwise, I
by
don't care like
10
me
to
as
Texas
much.
A&M.
But and I know she's
Just
like,
another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas,
And how about that
yeah,
one?
yeah.
Kevin will
But
be
it's hard
keeping an eye
it's
on
hard to
everything
picture
going on
the next
elsewhere.
person. It's just hard. At this point, I'm like, I don't even know who I was in 19, and I know that my 19-year-old self did not also.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And like it's after played, she's 60. And I'm like, she's so young. That's how old Sawyer was when I met her.
And this set
That's
of downs
crazy.
gets started
Actually, no, I
from
think
the
she was
33, first and 10.
But Sawyer hasn't really seemed to change. You haven't either. Like, as far as like what you look like, and like, I don't know, I just,
8-yard pickup
everybody
on
seems the
first
same.
down leaves them with second and short.
Because I didn't see Sawyer like young.
Holds and fires complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. And he's still on his feet, but finally out of bounds after a terrific run. Big play in the running game for this offense.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver.
Yeah, you have to remember that she's like so much younger.
Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Quarterback keeper. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Yeah.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Virginia. They move on top.
She's not like interested in connecting until she has that like
They'll
little
try to add
opportunity.
another to their lead.
Yeah.
The extra point is
I think our 20 strip is going to be perfect to bridge all those gaps.
Efficient 5-play scoring drive.
Yeah. It's hard to like, put you in a relationship when she's like known you for so long. The way that she's known you.
Yeah.
But
Couldn't agree more.
yeah.
Oh, wait, what time was it? It's 8:30 over there? That's pretty nice.
8:30. Yeah, we're only 2 hours away.
Offense is coming back
Okay,
on
it's 10:30.
looking to throw at Sanders.
Oh, okay.
Finds his back in the middle.
Is that yeah, that's the second one. I really didn't get into it much. I kind of gave up. It was just kind of Breath of the Wild again. I just kind of like wasn't about it.
Identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours.
Is this like
Yeah.
a Link, like a
Yeah, it was
Zelda game?
probably one of the biggest Zelda games that's come out in a while.
But not Breath of the Wild was the one y'all were all really.
Yeah. Sawyer got all the shrines and like did everything.
First down. You can work
That
your way
helps.
down the field
That helps a
with
lot.
these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You
It helps so much.
You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays.
Oh, that's right. And ride the horse. You rode the horse around.
Big plays down the road for your offense.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're cashing this defense.
It's like,
When's the
fuck
last
you.
time you rode a real.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off.
Yeah.
Got some room to run. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. Ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late as a result. It's a penalty.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And the sophomore has to get that one out in front of his receiver.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options.
You doing all of them?
Get into his
yeah.
reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Oh, I love Dana. She's the one with all the plants.
On the option. Got the first down and more. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Yeah, I mean, the last time.
Nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Yeah, would you want to contribute to my writing, please?
Did you go
The last time we rode horses was we did a horseback riding on our honeymoon. And Tucker's horse was like this tiny old horse.
I thought I was gonna kill it.
Like, yeah, it was like so small and like so old. It was struggling the whole way. And I had this like big, pretty, nice horse. Yeah, that was probably tough.
Yeah, it was brutal. It literally, its legs were shaking as it tried to go like even up the smallest incline, and I was like, "Damn!" Like I know I put on weight.
He was like so far behind me and the guide the whole time.
Yeah, he was. I was like, "Come on, you got it." You can't just be like, "Oh."
That's exactly what you would expect from this offense.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, Costa Rica.
2-minute range, and you got the football, and you got
very small horse.
Smash mouth. It's keep that clock running. It's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Gets it out fast. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Yeah. Are you like, whoa, this girl's 130? It's pretty close. Yeah. Me and Lexi, when we did a trip in Washington, and we stayed in like Olympic National Park, and she had mentioned that she wanted to go horseback riding, so we got there and we looking for a phone, and we found this place that was like 6 miles from our Airbnb. Did we go horseback riding here? And we like showed up and went to do it, and it was just like this girl's like house, and then she had her horses. And like there was really no instruction. She just kind of like put us both on a horse and we followed her. And it was probably the most terrifying horse riding experience I've ever had. As far as we went through this like small trail in the woods, and I constantly felt like I was about to lose a leg because like it was narrow and we were going between trees. And like it was wild. But and then I had to pee. Something just like it was cheap. It was definitely cheap and like easy to get to. Then I had to pee by the time we got back, and she was like, "Oh, I mean, I guess you can go pee in my house," and like brought me up to her house, and it was like really gross and cluttered, and like there were people in the house like watching TV, and I had to like go to this back room and pee on myself, and it was quite an experience. Well, we got to horseback ride, and I realized when I go on a trip with Lexi, I am the boyfriend. Like I'm the one that's like, I'll sit with the other people. You can have a good spot, or like, you know, I just like become her boyfriend when we are on a trip together. Because when we were younger, she's getting mad at me really easily. She hasn't gotten mad at me since we were in high school, but she used to have this really quick temper, and I'm always trying to make sure that like she's not that's ever going to come up, especially if it's on a trip the two of us. So that was going on that trip. So I was just like, okay, let me take care of everything. You want a horseback ride? Let me figure it out, and then I'll go from there.
That's funny.
Yeah, like we went to Mexico City. We were sitting at dinner, and it was like my favorite meal that we got the whole week. And she was sitting there, and she like started passing out at dinner. She like started to like just literally pass out for no reason, which we never really figured out why. But I was the one that was like, okay, we'll get the check. The Uber's almost here. Let me walk you to the car. Let's get back to the room. We'll order some food and throw on Netflix, and you know, I've got you covered, and I'll take care. I'm the mom. Yeah, when we went to do we did a hot air balloon ride. We had to get picked up in this van, and we were the last people that got picked up. And when I got on the van, it was like I was walking back through, and there was an empty bucket seat all by itself, or there was one spot in the back row in between 5 people. And it was like, I have to take the back seat so that Lexi can have the bucket seat, don't I? Because I'm the boy.
They will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
I'm a good boyfriend, huh? But when I go with Tucker places, I'm like quite the passenger princess. Like when we went to Mexico, I was like, you do all the forms, and I'm just gonna follow you. I'm gonna take an edible before we get there, and I'm just here to follow you.
Jesse, chance for one more play to try to get it into the end zone.
And David, this offense practices in these situations, right? You're going to try to get a lot of bodies down under the football, quarterback buy some time, and let's just see what happens.
Yeah, but so do the defenses, and the defenses are more than ready for this, and this is a Hail Mary for a reason. You got to get a little bit lucky.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If